Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. That's complete to the rookie out of Iowa State. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can you make offensively?
They've got a man in motion. Throwing again on second. He loses the football. The Buccaneers pick it up. Excellent return here as they get the football, and they're going to take over on the opposing side of midfield. Well, a lot of positives for the offense. They were moving the ball pretty well until they coughed it up to kill this drive.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Really outside of ball security, that was a strong opening possession from the offense. If anybody underwhelmed, it was really the defense. They got to play a little tougher. Now it's going to be a takeaway to bail them out.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy that first down at the 30.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That heater is going to fall to the turf. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it.
Nice, go!
4th down, pass coming. That's caught beyond the marker. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Back on 2nd and goal. Escapes the pocket.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the 1st on what looked like a broken play.
3rd and hardly anything. Just need the length of the football. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
Working now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Running in the red zone. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. is tackled for no gain.
Complete to number 85.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it.
Leads to second
They
and
just
goal.
smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. It's second and goal. Back to throw now. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
19, Tiger, 19.
Third and long for him here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints trim the lead to 1. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play.
The kicker
He sure
on for
did.
the extra point.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sails through good. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Returning from the 18-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. Bravo 80.
They'll go play action. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Let's go now. 19, 18.
Back now, pressure coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Got it. Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 7 yards on that pickup. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready? Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And we'll take this for about a yard. It's going to be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
Not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. First call here coming from the shotgun. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. Sticking to the air here. That's completed right side. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They are throwing it again. Forced out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They send a man in motion. He's going to throw it again. Finds him over the middle. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve. Complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're throwing it. Dump off caught by his back. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Barely makes that landing zone, fielded at the 20. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Big play pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll run. Still has some space inside the 35. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort there to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, well, it can mean a touchdown.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Goes to the hurry up here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Dropping back to throw. He has the burst over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. 1st and 10 now from the 46. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss. No luck on the look to his back. And that makes it 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Takes it in at the 26. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Chased out to his right. Now, the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Saints get to it. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get some late points and the lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Go!
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Throwing from the gun here. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
and 10 at the 46
They've run this
yard
12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
That one's complete over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
38-yard line.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. Still sticking with the passing game. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Little knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Returnable from the 1. He'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15.
At their own 13-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. He lost that football. And the Saints have the recovery.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19,
They'll throw to begin this drive. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Buccaneers take possession of the football. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Go.
They're going to try and throw it here. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Handoff now from the gun. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
It's his running back. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Running for the marker on second. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
It's a Tampa Bay touchdown! The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to work after throwing the pick. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, looking for options. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Saints first down.
There's a dive up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Working now from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Lining up now to try the extra point. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
They'll work against the blitz. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Go.
Looking to throw here. Finds his man over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
That one's complete, right side. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38.
2 more yards. That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They'll run it from the gun. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Let's go.
It's a design boot. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
7-yard loss.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
Let's go. Ready.
Third and long for him here. Completed to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Buys time, rolling right. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Buccaneers take a... Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now, to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Come on, come on. Ready?
Third down from the gun. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
He's going to throw this one. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. He brings it in. Oh, he lost the football. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Get it. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let go.
Desperation time here. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
Extra score, Buccaneers 31, Saints 27.
The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Offense to the line fast.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down pass play coming. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Saints losing by 4. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he will score. Give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Setting up to pass. He's got it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw.
To the 35-yard line.
Complete out to the right side. And he manages to get out with the first. 25 seconds to go. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready?
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Going all the way to the end zone here. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're going to face third down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Cougar 19.
To throw. Looking slant route, complete. We got the football caught, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. This return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Ready?
First throw of overtime. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10.
That was a defense right there taking it upon themselves to set the tone, to be the aggressor, to dictate, and it worked. They forced the incompletion.
A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And the Saints surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. We all know you want that ball first in overtime, Brock. You get the chance to dictate how this period starts. But what a stunning turn of events now as that interception gives the other team a chance to win it all right here.
Such a two-sided coin, right? Offensively can't happen. Just cannot happen. But defensively, you know exactly what those defenders are saying to their buddies running on the field. Go do it. Go finish. Go finish that pick, end this game, and let's go celebrate.
This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Back to the air they go on second down. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Hits his running back. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. So this a win on the road for the Saints.